Life, it comes at us like a train with all its ups and downs, its pains and its joys. How do we deal with it? How do we process it? How do what we learn from life, and especially what we teach life back in return, makes all of the difference. Welcome to Life Talks. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life Talks. I have been really excited and really thrilled and humbled to be able to showcase in these next few episodes Black women specifically, who have become entrepreneurs, who have taken ideas and used their creativity to, some of them at first feel a need for themselves, but then realize that the market was open for that particular need to be satisfying to others. And I am especially happy right now to have my girlfriend, sister friend, with me. We did a show before in her YouTube channel. I want to welcome my friend and sister, Tariro Mutindori. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
I love her name. I love her name. We're colleagues here. We're students together here at the school that we obviously both attend. But we are in a pandemic, right? We're in a pandemic, and part of the issue for women is that, and women globally, is that when we were quarantined, that meant the halt or shutdown of any kind of what we thought was the essential beauty care, right?
Right.
The nails, the hair, the skin, the everything. And so being quarantined, really, some people sank or swam.
Yeah.
Women sank or swam. There were many posts we saw about nails looking ratchet and grown out, and pictures of people before Rona and after Rona.
Right.
And I don't know if we didn't say it, but I think us today meant that we were like, this is not going to happen to us.
Yeah.
All right. But aside from that, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
There is, should I even say this? No, I won't.
What is
no,
she
we'll
gonna
do that. I was
say?
going to say what our girls' group name is.
Oh, hot gal them.
So, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
But you grew up in...
I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah.
So where did Texas come in?
We moved there when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her accent is Texan, y'all. Ain't no Grand Rapids accent going on here. So we were pretty stressed out, right? We're not stressed out. In fact, school has stress. Life changes.
Yes.
Stress us out.
Yeah.
And our bodies respond to stress in different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. I know for me, weight is my issue with stress, and I break out in my skin.
Yeah.
How does stress affect you?
When I am stressed, I lose hair, and it's not, your regular shedding. I'm losing hair to the point of I have dime-sized or quarter-sized bald spots on my head, and it's ridiculous. At one point, I was missing basically all of the back of my head. The kitchen, I was missing all that and up to...
It's called the kitchen?
Yes. And all that up to, that bump that you feel in the back of your head. Yeah, when you go up your neck, all up until that point. So I couldn't rock ponytails. I had to have my hair down. It was a mess. Yeah.
Okay. You're not alone. Y'all don't even try acting like y'all ain't know what we talking about. You don't proper English. Like you don't know what we are speaking about. Don't try it.
Right.
Because I know of friends of mine who react in other different ways. Your skin is affected. So it's like from the inside out. So that must have been rough. And I mean, I know part of your story, but even this last year of school was pretty rough for you.
Yeah.
And your hair was incorporated.
Oh, definitely.
With the stress.
Yeah.
So what happened?
In and out, in and out. You know, there were times where I'd feel like, okay, well, my hair is growing fine, everything's going all right. And then I think one of my biggest issues is when I'm stressed out, I don't realize that I'm stressed because I'm so used to being strong. And, you know, we hear, oh, the black women are so strong, and we think it's a compliment, but that's not a compliment, you know?
Right.
This is exactly why we have so many issues, and people think, oh, okay, well, they can handle it.
Right.
Even with this whole, even with all these protests, you know, it's like, oh, well, the black woman can handle it. We see a lot of black women out there protesting for men and whatever, and it's like, where are the protests for us? It's because we're black women and we're strong and we can handle it. But I don't want to handle it all.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be strong all the time.
You know, there's a saying sometimes, like, you know, check on your strong friend. Right. We're lost in the shadows because we have such a history of being strong, of managing. But I think it's passed down through us that we do what we have to do. We do what we got to do in order to do what we got to do. If we have a family, we just, you know, we take it on. But there's a point where it breaks. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. And essentially it says that whatever we experience, our body doesn't forget it.
Wow.
And it will remind us at some point if we don't address it. So for instance, if we got into a car accident.
Oh yeah.
Right? We were in a car accident last week, and when I spoke to my doctor, like immediately you don't feel anything because adrenaline and whatnot. But my doctor said, just give it a couple of days and your body will start to feel it. So it's essentially the same thing. It kept the score from last week.
Right.
It just caught up to when it was time for, you know, whatever to filter through, whatever the anger, the frustration, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so we are stressed today, and because today's ended, we think that it ends today, but days later and weeks later and months later, for you it's your hair, for somebody else it's their health, their heart. You know, for somebody else they're breaking out, for somebody else it's something else. But it's not something that's happening now. It's like your body's saying you did not take care of this. So you are stressed and your hair is what's talking to you.
And you know, as a woman, it's tough because you know, you want to look beautiful, and especially I guess maybe in my own culture, women, you don't really rock short hair. I mean, if you do, it's cute, okay, it's a little phase, but it's not something that you're doing forever. And so once my hair started falling out, I started going to the barbershops and getting it, you know, getting the little fades, getting the lineups. You know, I was cute, but I had to keep up with that every 2 weeks. I didn't realize how much guys had to put in order to look fresh. You know?
The guys out there must be saying, thank you, finally someone is saying what we go through. But you said culturally, so wasn't that an additional stress?
Right.
The fact that you guys don't really rock it, now you have to rock it. So did you feel, I'm going to ask this question, did you feel like you were losing your sense, your self-esteem, your value, your identity?
I felt like,
I
felt like I wasn't as beautiful as I could be because my hair was short. Yeah,
I mean, we're real, y'all. We don't hold back, and we're not worried about judgment because this is just part of girl talk, real talk, and healing talk. So I remember when we had the conversation at school, because she rocks the head wraps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she could rock them head wraps. And we had a conversation in class where your hair was concerned because so much was falling out.
Yeah.
And I think I said to you, why don't you just cut it off?
Yeah.
Just cut it off, and you could tell it was a stressful thing that I said, and but I saw your features. I mean, look at these cheekbones, leaning. Look at this. Look at that. So all I saw was this, and I was like, girl, cut it off. let your hair breathe. And I'm like, you're beautiful. And you were just like, yeah, I know. And then one day she just showed up at school, gone with the afro.
Wait, but hold on. You didn't tell the full story.
Okay, go ahead.
So we had that conversation, and I think I had gotten home. I'm not sure if it was that same day, but I know it was in that week. And so I remember, taking off my head wrap before I took a shower. And I looked at my head and I said, this is so ugly. This is not cute. And y'all, I took my clippers and I just went to town. I just cut it. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, are you nuts? Are you crazy? Who does that? Yeah. And so I went back to wearing my head wraps. I came back to class and I told LaToya, I said, girl, I cut it. She said, girl, let me see. I said, what? In front of all these people?
Right, I did.
So I took it off and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Yeah. Girl, you should rock this. And, I'm objecting. No, I can't do that. Mind you, y'all, I had cut my hair basically to the white meat.
Yeah.
Like that was
but
no
we need to explain how bad it was. Like her scalp was patches. It looked like when you see grass that has some dry burn spots, or the dog went to town on I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to
girl, tell like it is.
You just had bad. It was bad. So it wasn't that she could have done anything with it. She really needed to, at that point, just squash it and just start from scratch. Right. And it wasn't that, and you know that because I love you dearly, we're sisters. It wasn't, I feel like it is our responsibility to uplift and affirm each other. Yeah. And I was seeing, even with the head wrap, I was envisioning, because I couldn't see your hair, so the head wrap gave me a preview of what it would look like without the hair anyway. And she's stunning. And you see women that could just rock no hair at all. I cut my hair a couple of times, one time after the tumor was taken out, and then another time, and I look like Nigel. I look like my son. So it's not necessarily, I could rock it, but I just know that you're stunning regardless. So yeah, I remember that day in class, and I think I stressed you.
No.
I did it. Okay, good.
You did it because I remember you saying to me,
I was harping on you, like, take it out.
And and you were saying, you're so beautiful. You have this big old, when I do my head wraps, I have this big top knot. And she's saying, people can't even see your beauty. Right. We can't even see your face because you have this big old thing on your forehead. We can't see you. And one thing that really stuck with me was when you said, there are other girls out there who may be going through the same thing, or other girls who just want to cut their hair because they want to cut their hair, but they may not have the strength to. But if you have the courage to take off your head wrap and walk around this campus and anywhere and be on social media and you are just bald and beautiful and black, then you will give other people the strength to. And so I started seeing some girls here and there. And I remember a girl coming up to me and, she had always rocked her hair long and she had cut her hair. And I said, sis, you look beautiful. I'm affirming her. And she said, honestly, when you showed up the way that you did, I told myself, I have to. Yeah. I can't hold back anymore. Yeah. So I appreciate you for that.
I've been told that many times. I tell my story. There's somebody who's going through it that will see strength. And we can tell our story in more than words. We tell our story by our life, and we tell our story by how we adjust to crisis, because somebody's always looking at us.
Right.
You have such a huge following. She has we'll put her Instagram. She has such a huge following on Instagram, and she caters to the young women, and she's always talking about empowerment and so forth. And so I just knew that me seeing her was just not the only eyes that was going to see her, and that a young girl somewhere. I know that there are women with alopecia too and all of that, but even if it was just stress, aside from just that, just stress and starting over, I thought it would have been a gift to everyone. So I'm so glad that you did not think I was an irritated bat.
No.
Drive you crazy.
No.
But part of the reason why we're doing the show is because it doesn't just end there, right? We take a step and we do something bold or courageous, and then life does happen again. And apparently it started growing back, but it wasn't growing back the way you wanted to. And so here we go again.
Oh man.
What happened?
Yeah, I think we had been in quarantine for a month, and I remember crying to you and another girlfriend of ours, Desiree. Hey, girl. And I remember saying to them, I think you guys were trying to do something, and you said, "Oh, let's do something with your hair," and I said, "I'm getting patches again," and I'm freaking out, and I just, I just kept thinking, not again, it's a really stressful time, so I completely understand why I was going through that. But I decided to, I guess, take it all. What am I saying?
Well, let's backtrack, because she going to the end part. Let's backtrack. So we went to the beach, right? We were going to the beach one afternoon, and Desiree was there and so forth, and it was hot too. Well, it was Michigan-ish summer, so it really wasn't hot. But she still had that thing on her head, and she had started rocking it again, and she had slipped back. I can say she had slipped back into that cloudy place, where you were really frustrated. You didn't want anyone to see your hair. Not even, well, me, yes, but not you. Not in even the house, boyfriend. You kept it covered. Yeah. So we're going to the beach, and come on, you're gonna go to the beach with a head wrap on.
I was sweating.
Right? I was sweating. So I said to her, "Go take the thing off. No one is worried about it." But I saw this. I don't think I've seen pain in your eyes until that day. I really saw pain, and it really hurt me, because I saw tears and cries when you said to me, I just don't like it. I just don't feel good, and so forth. So we were, I wouldn't say insensitive, but we didn't catch on right away what you were saying. It was just us girls saying, "Girls, stop it." But it was really, I really honestly felt that this was really something that was deeply hurting you. So when we got to the beach, we each had our, bathing hats, our straw, rich auntie hats. And we were taking pictures with them, and she wouldn't take that thing off her head. We're on the beach, y'all. I'm like, I know her head is hot. I know she doesn't have a lot of hair on there, but I know it's sweated. And even when we went to take pictures, she would not, she wouldn't take it off. Even her smile wasn't real. You could just see that she just wasn't confident. And Desiree and I spoke about it. I said, what can we do to help her? But we realized it was, no matter what we said, it was something from the inside. It was something she had to do. And I think that's where the next part is exciting for me, because although we were grieving with you, we couldn't do it for you, but you found something, and you're smiling again. So tell us what happened. What happened, girl?
Okay, so honestly, I just started to do a lot of research. I went online because a lot of the products that I use, they don't really agree with my hair, and it's I get a lot of people saying, "Okay, why don't you try this out? Why don't you try that out?" I'm thinking, I don't have $500 to dish out on different products so I can try all these things out. I'll try out what I have, and the things that I've tried in the past didn't work, so I'm not going to revisit those.
Tell her about my stuff? So I have a bin of hair products. All black girls with natural hair. And I guess with permed hair too. But those of us who are in the natural hair journey, we spend a lot of money trying different products, because not all black hairline products work for all hair textures. Even if it's the same hair texture, sometimes it just doesn't work. So I've been trying, and then your hair is different in the winter, it's different in the spring. It's just like skincare. In the winter you use more moisturizing, in the summer you use. So I'm on this journey, so I had a ton of stuff. So I said, okay, Tariro, let's try let's try it in your hair. I think we put one product she used, and she came out. And then I put one of the mousse in there, and the thing turned white. Right?
Snow.
And so she had to go back in the shower again and rinse it off. And I think that added to your frustration, because it was like, oh, what is going to work for this girl?
Yeah.
So
Lord, I do not miss those days. So what I did was I went online and I'm researching. Okay, so what oils are beneficial for what? What really helps hair to grow? What helps my hair to be strengthened? What helps with I guess thickness, because sometimes my hair gets a little thin. I don't know, it's a lot of weirdness going on. I have different textures in my hair, and I'm trying to keep up because, like Latoya said, there are certain products for certain textures and then other ones for different ones. So it's like, okay, do I have to use 3 different products for my hair because of all these different things that are going on? So I'm researching, and I said, you know what? How about I make my own hair moisturizer? How about that? And so I put together some oils, y'all, whipped it up, and surprisingly, I mean, who am I? Honestly, I always think I'm a little girl from Zimbabwe. Who am I? What can I do? So I whipped up this stuff, and y'all, I've been using it on my hair, and my hair loves it. The way my hair reacts to these products that I have come up with is amazing, and I'm honestly surprised. I was honestly surprised. It was a last ditch effort for me.
Yeah. I can attest because for you to put your braids in, she had asked me to, put the knots in, and I wasn't even thinking. I did it, and I didn't even think, well, what it looked like before. I just did it, and it was her full. I did your full head. Yeah. And the amount of growth is crazy, and I didn't think of what it looked like before into now. So I can tell you, for the one who has been in her head last, it's phenomenal. It is literally phenomenal. And then she brought it over, and it smells good. The texture is great, and I grease your scalp with it, and it just soaks right. It just drinks it, and I was really proud of her. But then you took another step, which I'm pretty excited about. Yes,
because I've always been the kind of person who wants to empower others, wants to elevate others, and it's like, okay, well, now that I've gotten to this place, I mean, I'm not where I would like to be, but I am far from where I was before, and I want to say thank God.
Yeah, go ahead, girl. Crazy.
And thank God. So I wanted to share with others. I'm pretty sure that there are other women who are going through the same thing that I am going through, and you are not alone. I want you to know that I got you, because I will be sharing my products with people as soon as I figure out a name for my brand.
Okay, so that means that you're going to launch the line of hair care.
Yes,
and which is really great. You have a great support system and people who have come in, and they're going to invest and buy into helping you start up this company.
Yes.
And I'm pretty excited because I will be using the products too, because from what I can tell, I think you could use it on the skin also, because it's all natural.
Yeah,
it's just essential oils and shea butter, I think, was the base. And I may not use it in my hair because my hair is weird. I told you, my hair be acting up sometimes. One day it's like kids. One day you think you know what they like, and then the next day you buy like a ton of it, right? And then the next day it's like, no, I don't like that.
Not anymore.
My hair is off the chain, but I know that I can use it on my skin and use it on anywhere else. And if this is not proof that, by the way, and she also does hair. So all I did was I put the knots in, and she did her braids, she did her hair, and there had to be something on there for it to catch on.
Right.
And this is like a month ago.
Yeah,
it's about a month ago.
Yeah.
So you see the growth. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Would you want suggestions for the name?
I would. Yes, I would appreciate suggestions, because this is catering to because I know mostly about black hair, since I am a black woman. This would cater mostly to black women, but honestly, the skincare products, because like Latoya said, you can use some of the body butters. Listen, everybody wants to stay moisturized, so
yep.
So yeah.
All right, I'm excited, and And I'm sure you will be seeing her soon with the marketing plan
Yes.
and where she'll sell it and so forth. I'm pretty excited. But in the meantime, to follow Tariro and to keep abreast on what's happening and see when products are going to be launched, what is your IG?
Thai Tea Time.
Thai, T-A-I.
Oh, yes.
Tea Time. And then you also have a YouTube channel. So you need to go on there and subscribe to her YouTube channel. What's that one?
Yes. Tariro Ann, Tariro, and then ANNE.
Okay, it should be scrolling at the bottom there. And yeah, so follow her. You, aside from the products, you will see every other thing that she does. Her talks with girls, her tea time with Tariro, which is hilarious. This is a comedian.
Oh my goodness.
This is a comedian.
Me? You
are a comedian. I am very serious. She's a nut. She's a comedian. She's hilarious. And we feed off of each other. This is the sisterhood. So I'm really excited. Thank you again. And I'm telling you, so the people that I'm interviewing, most of the women I'm going to bring on are women that I know or I've tried their products. And so it's not just me telling you to try something that I haven't tried. So it works. And I'm super, super proud of it. And I'm telling you, Auntie Rona didn't just do bad. Okay, there are many emerging miracles and fantastic stories coming out, and so this is why I wanted to share these stories of women, Black women particularly, especially now we're in the campaign of supporting Black businesses, supporting small businesses, and also if you're an investor out there and you're trying to invest in a startup company or a minority company, a Black woman ran company, hit us up. Okay, hit us up. Follow us. Follow her on IG. You could send me a message. Also, I will get it to her. We always need, there's startup money involved. There's overheads and everything. And I'm guessing it will be a home project or a home business for now. But support Tariro. Support Tariro, and you won't regret it. Okay,
Yes.
and put my stamp.
Thank you.
Stamp on her. All right. So will you come back once you have the?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Everything, the product and the whole line.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
Girl. I want to see skin products. I want to see lip products. I want to see. Like such, that shea butter does everything, right?
Right.
And super great testimonials.
Yeah.
And if you are in the Berrien County area, she will kill me right now for saying this, but I think I can put it out. She also does hair, and so if you need your hair did. If you need your hair done, let her know. She does my hair too. All right, so thank you, darling.
Thank you.
And we will see everyone again on the next Live Talks.
All right.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Live Talks. I hope that you were inspired and that you have felt a rejuvenation in your life. And I hope that what you are saying right now is that the answer that you are given to what life has thrown at you is that I am still here. Email us with your Live Talk ideas at mylifetalkstv@gmail.com. See you next time.